Joining us now are a couple buddies of mine. We've done podcasts together. We've done all sorts of things together. They're just Southern California's hardest working duo musically. They do live YouTube feeds almost weekly. Wow. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
But they're here to promote for the 36th year.
Whoa.
Wow.
They're doing Dylanfest in Torrance. I know you've gone over this many, many times, but explain how this all started.
Yeah.
Well, back in 1991, when Bob Dylan turned 50, Renee and I thought, we'd better honor him and his catalog soon before it's too late.
Yeah, he's so old. He's 50.
Yeah, really?
So now, 36 years later,
Wow.
we're older. We're all older than he was then, and he's still touring and still, playing his new album.
That's unbelievable
Yeah.
that he's still out there.
Go
What
Bob.
Yeah, really. Good help. Hope for all of us.
I just want to know why he doesn't want to go home. But that's a question for another day, I think.
Well, he's got a song that says "Let me die in my footsteps." So
Oh, wow.
he's just dreaming it into existence.
Yeah, wow.
The first one was just our band call, and we just did like a whole night of Bob Dylan songs at the smokiest bar in the South Bay, the Hermosa Saloon, and 4 hours of Dylan, and people dressed up as characters or things from Bob Dylan songs, interpretations or misinterpretations of lyrics. So it was super fun. And then we decided, well, maybe we should keep this thing going. So it didn't start off as a predetermined annual event, but it has become that for sure.
Yeah, and I've been to many of them, and they're just a blast. It's a day out in the sun with a lot of great people, and you bring people in from all over the world, literally, to do Bob Dylan covers.
That's amazing.
And every song is done by a different artist, with Andy and Renee as sort of the backup and the foundation to the whole thing. And they do no repeats of any Dylan songs. You don't need to, really, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a great day. They have food, they have drink, they have all sorts of great things happening.
Do you have like the Elvis Fest? Do you have like people in Swedish who are doing this with an accent? Is there anything like that? Any specialty acts like that?
Occasionally, we have one guy who comes in from Italy, and he sings. Actually, he doesn't really sing with an accent.
Yeah, people
he
don't.
sings exactly like Bob Dylan
Yeah.
sings, circa 1988 or so. But when he speaks, he hardly understands any English.
What about the youngest person ever to perform? Is there any?
Let's see.
Well, didn't
Chase, probably.
Chase, Andy's son, sang Wagon Wheel when he was he's going to be 25 now. Probably was about 10.
2009.
That's
Yeah.
something else.
So, yeah.
That's
So he may
wild.
have been 8, 9, or 10. Yeah. And he'll be playing this year, but he'll be playing on a few songs. He plays bass and he plays the drums.
Yeah.
We also have our pedal steel player, Marty Rifkin's son, Julian Rifkin, will be playing this year for the first time. And our bass player, Dave Batty, his 2 daughters have performed at Dylanfest on several occasions. Yeah, so we're moving into the next generation here.
Yeah, and they mentioned Marty Rifkin. For those that don't know that name, he was part of the Springsteen Seeger Sessions band that toured the world many years ago, and has worked with Bruce and a lot of other great artists. And he's sort of part of the foundation of this festival as well, right?
Does Bob ever come?
Without a doubt.
Does Bob Dylan ever show up?
Well, our stock answer to that question, you're not the first person who's asked that, is if he wasn't able to carve out time in his busy schedule to go to Norway to get the
Right.
Nobel
that's
Prize
right.
in Literature,
He's a busy
we
guy.
suspect he won't be at Torrance.
That's too funny.
Plus, this year's festival is actually on Dylan's 85th birthday.
Wow.
So he's probably got a howler
Probably
planned.
has some other plans, I
Yes.
would think. But,
It's awesome.
this is a pretty... I mean, if he came to us, he wouldn't have to work unless he wanted to. He wouldn't have to clean up. because
Yeah,
we
you're
have
right.
people that do
Have you
that.
ever invited
and he'd
him?
have he'd fill the room. So maybe it's not a bad solution for a good celebration.
Have you ever invited him? Maybe he's just waiting.
Not not directly.
He's like,
Not directly.
he's like,
Okay.
what does
Yeah,
Torrance have
occasionally-
against me?
Occasionally, we meet somebody who's met him somewhere along the way, and they are friends with his niece or something like that. But I don't think he's ever heard about it.
Something if he did.
Why don't you give us the details?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we've been talking about it. Give us the details of the event.
Okay, and then I want to touch on something you said a minute ago, Mike, about what songs we'd play.
Okay.
But the details are doors open at 12 o'clock.
Well, first of all, it's Sunday, May 24th, which is
Okay.
the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. The doors open at noon, and the music starts at 12:30, and it goes all the way until 8 or 8:30. So we get through about 64, 65 songs. No repeats, as Mike said. And our band Hard Rain is the house band, and we're a 9-piece
great.
band, complete with 2 drummers, not at the same time like the Grateful Dead, but separately. And pedal steel, 2 electric guitarists who also play mandolin and banjo and acoustic. Andy and I both play acoustic and play keyboards. We've got Bob Malone, who toured for a decade or more with John Fogerty. He'll be on organ as well as doing his own songs during the show. Jeff Delisani on the sax. And then we have lots of other guest musicians who come up and play a myriad of other instruments as
We'll
well.
have a violin player for Hurricane and a couple other songs.
Cello, auto
great.
harp, accordion.
What's the venue for it? Where does it take place?
It's at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. So if you've ever been called for jury duty or been arrested
That's what I
in
was
the
gonna
South
say.
Bay,
That's what I saw
you
it.
know where the Torrance City Hall is. And it's a beautiful outdoor plaza with a big stage, and
Beautiful.
there is sunshine, but there's a lot of shade
Good to
as
know.
well. So we're kind of covered on no matter what. And there's food and drink available for purchase, as well as lots of merch for Dylanfest, as we do new every year.
You want to talk about the set list, Andy?
Yeah, you had mentioned it, and we did a funny. Where every year we make sure there's no repeats, which Renee mentioned. But the catalog is so deep that the list of songs that we just can't get to is longer than a regular set list.
Wow.
on any other night. And just the other night at one of our regular shows, we have a Thursday night show at a place called the Banana Leaf on Pacific Coast Highway, and just for laughs, we said, well, we're going to do some songs that didn't make this year's cut, and we played for about an hour and 20 minutes.
No, hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and
40
40
minutes straight.
And then we just wanted to have a break. We could have kept going, but there
Wow.
was just song after the catalog is so deep and profoundly moving that it's really an editing process.
That's wild. That's great.
Yeah,
So-
and every year at least one song gets played that has never been played at any other Dylanfest.
That's wild. How come
Yeah.
CBS this morning hasn't found you? Sunday morning, that'd be a great
I
feature
know,
for
right?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know somebody over there. Let me make a call.
Can you make a call? That would
I
be
do,
awesome.
actually. I know Mo Rocca.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
Tell Mo that
I-
this is right up his alley.
It really is. That's what I'm thinking, right? Especially with obituaries. When Dylan dies, he can do the whole. But
how do you get tickets to this event?
good question.
Okay, so you go to our website. So we are Andy and Renee, and we were clever enough to name our website andyandrenee.com.
Interesting.
So easy to remember. So it's ANDY and AND Renee, RENEE.com. And you can get tickets that you save $5. It's a really good deal. It's in advance. The tickets are only $35 for the whole day.
Wow.
And,
It's $40
so-
to go to Pride Festival here.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's 40 at the door. And we also have VIP packages. So if you do a VIP package, you get to also come to one of the rehearsals. So we have people ask me, well, do you rehearse? Well, we do. We have two 5-hour rehearsals for the band and the guests.
Yikes.
And then we have a 4-hour rehearsal for just Hard Rain and the songs. Because we play songs all throughout the day. So we play the most songs of any of the acts. And so if you get a VIP, you get to come to one of those rehearsals, which are really fun, to see how the sausage is made. And then you get a T-shirt and a mug and a tote bag and new product
wow.
this year. Dylanfest socks. They're super adorable. And so it's great.
Dinner.
And you get the VIP dinner. It's
Oh,
it's
wild.
very shishi around here.
Yeah, with Renee and I.
Yeah. I mean,
what
what more could you ask?
Yeah, really. That is wonderful.
It's awesome. It's awesome, guys. And I'll just mention one more thing. If you haven't checked out Andy and Renee's Talkin' Bob Dylan podcast that was produced at the LA radio studio back in the day, we did, I think, 20 episodes of it, and it's still available on Spotify and all the places you get your podcast. And they talk about Bob Dylan, and they perform songs on the podcast itself that Bob did. So,
Well, we'll tell you what, we're going to play one of your songs right now, and if I can ask you to stay right there and come back after the song so we can, again, give people the information. If that's all right with you? All right.
Sounds
hang on.
great.
What are we going to hear?
we're going to hear from the LA radio studio, Subterranean Homesick Blues.
Johnny's in the basement mixing up the medicine. I'm on the pavement thinking about the government. Man in a trench coat, badge out laid off. Says he's got a bad cough and wants to get it paid off. Look out, kid, something you did. God knows when, but you're doing it again. You better duck down the alleyway looking for a new friend. Man in the coonskin cap and the big pen wants $11 bills. You only got 10. Fleetfoot, face full of black soot, talking at the heat foot, plans in the bed, but phone's tapped anyway. Maggie says a minute, say, bust an early man, oldest mama DA. Look out, kid, don't matter what you did. Walked on your tiptoes, don't sign no bones. Better stay away from those that carry around a fire hose. Keep a clean nose, watch your plain clothes. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Jump bail, join the army if you fail. Look out, kid, you're gonna get hit by losers, cheaters, six-time users, hanging around the theaters, girl by the whirlpools, looking for a new fool. Don't follow leaders, watch your pocket meters. Short pants romance, learn to dance, get dressed, get blessed, try to be a success, please her, please him, buy gifts, don't steal, don't live, 20 years of school and then they put you on a dish ship. Look out, kid, keep it all hid, jump down a manhole, light yourself a candle, don't wear sandals, try to avoid the scandals, don't wanna be a bum, you better chew gum, the pump don't work, the vandals took the handles.
Recorded live at the LA radio studio, Subterranean Homesick Blues, Andy and Renee.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, that was Mike's studio over at the Portugal Village.
Long gone.
Yeah, it is long
Yeah.
gone, but what a great place and a home of much music over there. I loved it. As the port container ships would float by the window, it was awesome. It was great. How did you guys meet?
Well, they used to play at the Portugal restaurant.
No kidding. That's where
They had a regular
Every Friday.
Yeah, every Friday.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's the organic version of it. So they're going to be at the Dylanfest. We talked about it before the song. So if you didn't get a chance and you're just tuning in, one more time, let's repeat the information. First of all, for tickets and the event location.
Okay, so you can get tickets for the show at our website, andyandrenee.com, ANDYANDRENEE.com. And the show is Sunday, May the 24th. So that's the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. Doors open at noon. Music starts at 12:30 p.m. and it goes all the way till 8:30 p.m.
That is so great.
And the tickets, if you get your tickets in advance, you save $5, 35 in advance, 40 at the door, and you can get all the information on Dylanfest and get your tickets on the website.
Super
Wild.
cool.
Do you guys ever get tired of Dylan? Do you guys ever feel like we could do something else or?
We do a lot of different kinds of shows. This is the one that's the most
Got
regular.
it.
But I will say that once the event is done, I'm ready to play a little Elton, some Jackson Brown, some Tom Waits.
Do something else. That's great. Oh, that's
For
wonderful.
me, it's, so Andy and I have been playing together so long, we actually went to college together, and when we do our gigs, you come and, instead of people going, do you know fill in the blank? And there's a million songs that you don't know. We have a song list that has the over 520 songs that we do know how to play. So of those songs, there's probably 75 or 80 of Dylan on there, but then we probably have 80 Andy Hill songs because we
great.
have 17 CDs and we have about 12 of those are all original music.
Wow, that's great.
And I have a few in there that I've written as well. But, we have a really vast catalog. So when you go to our other gigs, you'll hear any of those plus Dylan plus the original stuff.
And real quick, you can see him every couple weeks on YouTube. You do a full concert on
right.
YouTube.
That's
Yeah,
great.
during COVID, when everybody lost their job,
Sure.
we did too. So we started doing live streams very inexpertly at first, and then we kind of learned how to do it. And we did 2 a week all during COVID. And now we're doing them maybe once a month or so because we've got so much other stuff going on. But we just did our 257th last Saturday.
And these aren't short little things. They're
Right.
a couple hours.
That's great.
So,
2-hour shows, and they're all viewable. Pretty much all of them are archived on our YouTube channel, which is just YouTube/Renee Safier. That's me, and there's a link on the website to the YouTube channel.
And they're free. You don't have to pay for the
Aw.
privilege of watching. We put up a little tip sign twice a show, and that's how if you want to throw a little something to the musicians, that's how you do it.
Oh, that is excellent. I just think this is so great. We got to figure out some way to maybe do. Are they expensive?
I think we can work a deal with
I
it.
think
sure
it would
we could work something
it would be
out.
so great to see them live and perform in person. So many people that are such great local folks, and they just add to the ambience of Long Beach. The mayor, of course, trying to make this a music town. So we're going to be working with him on that promise to make this more of a
Great.
music town, especially for 2028. We've got some.
Well, I'll tell you,
ideas.
we used to play at the Queen Mary 6 times a week. at
No
one
Wow.
way.
Yeah,
Wow.
in
That's
the
great.
observation bar. So we are very familiar with Long Beach.
Of
We played at
course.
the Long Beach Blues Festival, and we've played in Long Beach a lot.
That's great.
Yeah.
We got to do something for sure and get you live on the air.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
love
we'll
it.
make a live broadcast. Would be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck
Thank
with
you for
Dylanfest.
having us.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you there. And
yeah, I hope you guys can come.
and if you missed all the information, just write to us here, info@klbp.org, and we'll make sure you get it. All right, excellent.
Thanks, you guys.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.